Hello everyone, Vagabond is here. Today I will show you one of the most unusual neighborhoods of Moscow. Despite the fact that the total population of Moscow is more than 13 million people, there you can find areas that are difficult to distinguish from ordinary Russian villages. Welcome to Novokuryanovo, a neighborhood in southern Moscow entirely surrounded by a railway. Novokuryanovo is located inside the experimental railway ring of the National Research Institute of Railway Transport. On daily basis, new models of locomotives, wagons and various railway vehicles and equipment are tested on this railway ring. How did it happen that the village appeared inside the railway ring? The 6-kilometer experimental railway ring was built in 1932 to conduct certification tests of railway equipment. The 20th century was marked by rapid industrial growth throughout the world, particularly the Soviet Union. New enterprises and infrastructure facilities were built one after another, as well as new residential areas. There was a village of Kuryanovo near Moscow, on the site of which the Kuryanovo neighborhood of Moscow is located nowadays. One day, local authorities decided to construct a wastewater treatment plant on the site of the village. To achieve this, residents of more than 100 residential buildings had to be relocated. For an unknown reason, residents of Kuryanovo were allocated a land right in the center of the experimental railway ring. In 1984, the village of Novokuryanovo was officially incorporated into the city of Moscow. Let's go straight there and see how people live in one of the most isolated neighborhoods of Moscow.
Hello world, it's Vagabond here, and welcome to this brand new video from Moscow, the capital city of Russia. Finally, I have decided to film this short episode and show you one of the weirdest districts of Moscow. There is the village, which is effectively a part of Moscow, a district of Moscow, located inside the railway ring. So this is one of the southern districts of Moscow, which is kinda accessible by public transportation, but it's kinda tricky, you know. It is located between the subway station and the station of local trains. I got here by local trains. This is the building of the headquarters of Sherbinka railway ring. By following this pedestrian passage, we will get into this ring, and somewhere there must be the settlement that I'm going to explore today. Look, the living example of some old rolling stock. This is the ancient snowplow. I think this is a Soviet snowplow, which is in operation. It is pulled by this shunting locomotive straight to the railway ring. But we will not focus on trains today, but we are going to explore how people live here. Here is this underground passage. By following it, we will get inside the railway ring and walk straight to the settlement. There is the only pedestrian passage leading to this settlement from the station of local trains. It is drifted by snow. See, a person is skiing, doing sport. This district is called Novokuryanovo, which basically means New Kuryanovo. Kuryanovo at this point was the original place, the original village, which is currently also a district of Moscow. From there, these houses were transported to this location because of the construction of some infrastructure facility in Kuryanovo. So these houses were disassembled, construction materials were transferred here, and then they were reassembled. So these houses that we will witness here today, I mean old constructions, they were originally built in different area and then moved here because of their resettlement of that kind of Kuryanovo. Novokuryanovo means like New Kuryanovo. Nova is a prefix which means like new. Alright, I have just got to the outskirts of Novokuryanovo. Here is the beginning of one of its streets. On the horizon we can clearly see the high rises of some new residential complexes constructed nearby. But at the same time, Novokuryanovo looks quite rural. It is built up with these private houses. At least we can see the asphalt pavement. So let's get a little bit deeper and explore this weird area of Moscow. Even though Novokuryanovo is located 20 minutes walk from the nearest railway station, there are no buses running into this railway ring. That's why to get out of here you have to always either walk 20 minutes to Sherbinka, or I don't know, take a taxi, or get to the road, nearest road, which is located outside the railway ring, and take a bus to the nearest subway station. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if some of these abandoned houses are populated by homeless people. There is another abandoned wooden cabin, but its neighbors quite inhabited and decent one. I heard that this entire district was supposed to be resettled, but it didn't go further than talks, so no actions were taken to actually resettle this district. It doesn't look bad at all. Some buildings look brand new. Look at this lovely cottage, which was probably built instead of this semi-ruined wooden cabin. You can clearly see that this house was cut on two parts, two equal parts. Probably one of them was owned by a different owner, and that different owner decided to entirely rebuild this house. Classic feature of Russian province are these water pumps. They still exist even in Moscow, so you have to do this and you will get free water. I'm not sure if it's drinkable in these districts, because sometimes it's drinkable, sometimes it's not. In the past there was a school in Novokuryanovo. Its number was 1355, but currently it's not working. So even if there are some children, some students, they attend different schools in different districts of Moscow. There is the bulletin board of Novokuryanovo. Let's see what's interesting here. So people offer concrete, sand, ballast, so some construction materials, some reconstruction works, yeah, some builders. Well, that's pretty much it. So quite typical bulletins for rural area. There is quite an unremarkable monument to the victims of the Second World War. Judging by the amount of names on the desk, I can say that there were approximately, I don't know, let's say 40, 50, maybe even 60 people from this area who took part in Second World War. Скажите, а это правда, что здесь нет водопровода? Только колонки, да?
Да.
Получается...
Ну, кто-то себе проводил сами просто.
Ага.
А так не у всех.
То есть горячая вода только в бойлерах?
Горячая вообще, да, только эти колонки нагревательные.
Ага. И сюда не ходит никакой общественный транспорт?
Нет, ничего не ходит. Ходила маршрутка одно время до школы, потом что-то отменили.
А школа закрыта? Где дети
давно,
учатся?
да, не работает.
В ближайших районах учатся, значит, да?
Южный Бутово.
Понятно.
Ничего нет, ни магазина, ни аптеки. Говорю, хоть бы из школы какую-то аптеку сделали, или магазин какой-нибудь. Такой необходимый самый продукт, хотя бы не скоро портящийся.
Я слышал, что собирались переселять этот район.
Ой, уже сколько лет. Сколько мы здесь живем, каждый раз говорим, будут. А теперь же газ идут, как вот переселять.
То есть решили наоборот,
да,
создать
вот
условия.
На поле все лето проводили. Наверное, не знаю, когда они, может, в следующем году. Уже сказали, что там уже сделали распределительную колонку, вот по улице перед трубой.
Ага. А каково жить внутри железнодорожного кольца? Поезда вам не мешают?
Не, уже привыкли, внимание обращаешь.
Они тут часто так крутятся, ездят?
Они
поезда?
в основном ночью больше, днем-то как-то нет.
Ага. Вы уже привыкли.
Ко всему люди привыкают.
Well, according to the words of this lovely lady, there is even no hot water in this district, but at the same time they're planning to gasify it. So initially there were talks about the resettlement of this entire area, but they probably changed the plans and decided to improve it, which is quite surprising. That was a glimpse into the life of Moscovites living on the outskirts of Moscow. So it's not only about Moscow city skyscrapers and Red Square. At some places this is quite an ordinary Russian city. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Make sure that you're subscribed to my channel, that you have already hit the bell not to miss new videos, and till the next video, till the next episode. See ya!